Hey guys, this is Matt with BleepinJeep.com. I've been trying to get the shop a little more organized here, so I thought I would do a few videos on that. I've been working on this woodworking bench for a while now, and I thought I would show it to you today. But first, check out the website, BleepinJeep.com, and please do subscribe. Alright, so this woodworking bench I've been working on in the back here. I know it's supposed to be like a metal auto shop kind of thing that I'm working on here, but you're always going to be building stuff with wood, and I tend to do a lot of rough cut framing type stuff, so come check it out. Alright, so this is like an island countertop that I got for practically nothing. I'm sure you could find one on Craigslist if you just did some searching. And what I've done is to add some legs to it. These are just some scrap wood that I had in the yard, and I've had this table for a while, but I actually just beefed it up with some heavier 2x4 bracing. Now it's pretty sturdy, and what I've done here is put a compound sliding miter saw over on the right side here. Right here is where the oven would have been, in the island countertop area, or perhaps you might find one with a sink or something. And what I did was just use that space to put my table saw, just kind of sink my table saw down in it, and so that's going to work pretty good, I believe. And then right here I've got a router set up. I just drilled a big hole in the middle there and 4 holes here on the side, and mounted my router on the bottom. Now that's not going to be real precise. I'm not really much of a woodworker anyway, but I think what I'll do is get a big flat piece of steel and put on here, because if you'll notice, this table isn't completely flat, so it really would help to have a good flat working surface there for the router. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I have been using this a little bit, and it actually blows dust back there on my shelves, so I think a solution for that would be to turn the entire table around. That way it'll be blowing all the dust towards the middle of my shop here. But other than that, I kind of like this setup, and it's pretty cheap actually. I probably only have a couple bucks in it for what I paid for the 2x4s. Right here for the router, I just used a handheld router, inverted it and attached it to the table. And I used this little stick. I just have a pivot point on one side with a screw, and I can use that to raise and lower the router, and then a little lever on the back side to lock it in at the proper depth. Right here for the leg supports, I made everything flat and level. That way I can slide a piece of sheet goods right here, like a 1/2 inch piece of wood, and make like a little table under here for setting stuff or storage or whatever. Not sure if I'm going to do that yet, but at least it's flat in case I wanted to. And right here where that opening was for the oven, I just took a scrap piece of 2x2 and mounted it up underneath the countertop there, and set the table on it. I did that on the front and back, and the tabletop is just slightly higher than the table surface, which will allow me to slide wood right across. And the compound miter saw is just sitting on the end here, unbolted. I don't really see a problem with that, except for, as I mentioned, I need to turn the whole table around because the dust blows back there. Not only that, but if I have like a long 2x4, a 16-footer, like I did the other day, I can't slide it all the way over to the right side here because of this wall. Once I turn the table around, it'll be able to extend out into the open area of the shop. Also, it's just sitting here, and I can remove it in case I have a large piece of 4x8 that I want to put on the table saw. And on the back side of the table here, I've got these 2 2x4s, which I'd like to mount probably some pegboard right across the flat areas there. Maybe I can hang some stuff there. I also am contemplating whether I should put wheels on this thing. I don't know if that would be a good idea or a really bad idea. And one more thing I'd like to add once I get the pegboard up here is a power strip. That way I can plug everything into the power strip, and then the power strip into the wall. Alright, so that's my woodworking table. I hope you like it. Like I said, I'm not a woodworker by any means, but I do cut a lot of 2x4s and just to make shelvings and framing type stuff and that kind of thing. And hopefully this will make the job a lot easier. Up until now I've been cutting on the floor mostly. Now let me take you over here and show you a few other projects I've been working on. In my new shop I'd like to have a ton of storage space, so I've been buying these bins at Dollar General. They're $1 each. Pretty good price for these things. And I'd like to make a little storage rack, probably 6 foot long by 8 foot tall. And I'd like to have it full of these storage racks all the way across. And then I'd like to have some doors on it with pegboard on the inside and the outside, which should give me a lot more storage space than I actually need, which is a good thing. So I'll make a video on that whenever I get around to making it. And I'd like to show you this thing whenever I get a chance. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I've had it for years. I built this. It's like a pegboard cabinet. And it's got pegboard on the inside, the outside, and then again on the inside. And what that does is it triples your storage space in one little area. Instead of having, 10-20 foot of wall of pegboard, I've got it all condensed in this little cabinet here. Alright, so that's the end of the tour for today. I know the shop's getting dirtier, but it has to get dirtier before it can get cleaner, right? Don't forget to check out the website, BleepinJeep.com, and do subscribe. We'll see you next time.